First alert this morning, a new warning for drivers: move over or slow down.
Do the right thing and what's required by law. Move over so that these first responders can go home safely to their families.
An important message there. That's Waupaca Sheriff Tim Wiltz. Aisha's at the First Alert Safety Desk, and this message after a very scary moment for one deputy hit while doing his job, Aisha.
Right, Emerson, the move over law in Wisconsin is serious. It just expanded to include vehicles broken down on the side of the road. Stopping alongside the road can be dangerous and life-threatening, as you know. So we want to show you this new video this morning. We're just getting from the Waupaca County Sheriff's Office right there, showing that scary moment in the early morning hours last Tuesday. A deputy was parked alongside the highway with these emergency lights on while tending to a crash. This was along Highway 10 westbound. You could see what happened right there. The deputy was struck by that vehicle. The sheriff's office says the vehicle was going too fast for those icy conditions that morning. The deputy was wearing his seatbelt when this happened. He was taken to the hospital. He's doing okay, but officials say these scenes happen all too often. So important to move over, slow down, and set aside any of those distractions. Wisconsin DOT says over the past 5 years, 145 people in Wisconsin were hurt while inside or near a stopped vehicle, and 5 were killed. Also, 73 emergency responders were struck by a vehicle while working on the side of the road. So officials say we all have a role in making sure everyone gets to their destination safely every day, guys.